Sasquatch and Guardian are coming to the game next month. Abyss rewards buff isn't really a buff, it seems, and the champion dueling system has now gone live in game. Hello everybody, welcome back to Wednesday's edition of Marvel Contest of Champions news. Lots of stories on at the moment. But hey, do you know who's cool? These people are cool. Thank you very much to my patrons, YouTube members, and as well, don't forget them Twitch subscribers. I have no idea what happened with my voice then. Sometimes it happens when I'm concentrating on saying things in a very kind of fashion, and I turn into somebody from America for some reason. Yes, and if you have Amazon Prime, you can give a free Twitch sub. Did you not know about that? You probably did, because I've mentioned it several times. But yeah, if you've got Amazon Prime, want to give a free Twitch sub, you can give it to me. That would be amazing. Thank you very much. Also, thank yous are in order for you watching this video and comes back to watch many videos on my channel and hit the like button and subscribe with post notifications on all. That's very important. Please do that and support the channel. Shall we do some news now? Of course we should. The news kicks off on social media where it was announced that these two characters are coming into game. First of all, it's Sasquatch, who looks a little bit like this, and Guardian, who is just a floating helmet. No, they're not. And if you do want to learn more about these two characters, I've done two videos here, one on each of the characters. It gives you a little bit of comic book history, talk about the characters, a few little jokes here or there, some nice editing. Great if you want to go and give them a watch. You know, saves you going, who are these characters? Well, there's some videos on them, if you're interested. Next up, and in Abyss of Legends rewards changing news, the rewards in Abyss of Legends are being changed. First of all, in an attempt to improve or update the 100% exploration rewards, there's going to be something which is, well, added in and something taken away. The thing being added in is, as Mike says here, saying there'll be a brand new Abyss Crystal Selector to the rewards for 100% exploration of Abyss of Legends. When activated, the Abyss Crystal Selector will allow you to choose one of the exclusive Abyss Nexus 6-star class crystals. Once open, these very special crystals will allow you to choose one of 10 champions pulled from the pool of available champions of the specific class. To balance the addition of this powerful new selector, the number of 6-star shards obtained for 100% exploration will be reduced to 30,000 from 45,000. But if you have 100%ed Abyss of Legends by June 25th, it does mean that you'll be entitled to get this selector as an added little bonus, which is kind of nice. Now, I've extensively been reading through a lot of the feedback and responses from this particular announcement, and it does seem that we have got predominantly players really frustrated with what has been put in place. Lots of things when it comes to the frustration, whether or not players are saying that, well, for those that 100%ed Abyss of Legends, why aren't they being stripped of the 15,000 6-star shards to obviously get this extra benefit of the selector, which is kind of like a Nexus crystal on speed. Either way, it does feel, as I said, there's mixed. There's some people actually voicing positivity towards Kabam when it comes to what could be the future of the roadmap of the changes they're going to make. Obviously, for a lot of players that have done this from a point of, say, initial completion, maybe it would be beneficial to have something that allowed them to propel themselves through the 100%ing of Abyss Legends. Because at the end of the day, there may be somebody that doesn't have straight up the best champions to take on Abyss of Legends, and as well whether or not Abyss of Legends was meant to be that kind of benchmark, or sorry, bridge between going from Abyss of Legends to 100%ing Act 6, which some players do say that that is the case. You're grabbing champions that are obviously unique and will get through gating systems and very unique champion interactions when it comes to scaling and doubling and tripling of nodes, and as well fights leading up to key boss fights like the Grandmaster or Beardo in 6.3.6. And Kabam Mike's kind of final stance on the subject is all content is subject to change, and that includes encounters, rewards, champion abilities, etc. This will never be announced at the outset because our intention wasn't to change the rewards later. But don't get me wrong, I do like what Kabam have done here. They've given an opportunity to actually feel that you're grinding Abyss of Legends, which is meant to be the top tier content, does give you back at least something for your hard-earned effort in that. However, though, it is a case that we've still got a lot to answer for in the game, and this just scratches the surface. There could be more to come when it comes to the roadmap. But what are your thoughts on this Abyss of Legends rewards changes? Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I just find it a little bit weird about the 15k thing. I understand what Kabam are trying to put in place, but it's just like, man, could they, I mean, compromise, maybe remove 5,000 6-star shards, but, you know, just keep the chance of getting an extra basic. I don't know. What's your thoughts? Comment section down below. In other news, and it looks like there is a dual skirmish or dueling premise in place. Something that Kabam did alert to about a couple months ago, that they were going to put in a feature like this, which would have been handy for target ops as well as a few other things as well. There are many examples that are out there to duel at the moment. But as well, something to point out is that not all champions are exactly there. And it's something that more champions will be added over the next few days, but it definitely is a good move. Now, even though I think it could be quite difficult to do, I would like the idea that's presented here. Which is basically about a node selector. So basically you could build the boss or build the fight in order to test out first to kind of go whether or not you are actually ready from a skill-based level, and also train against it. So you're not losing excessive amounts of units. But that's a bit of a difficult one to kind of push that narrative past Kabam, and also maybe they're not even able to code it to that particular type of thing. However, though, I'm sure that, you know, with stuff like defense tactics and other things in game, it might be possible to do that in the future. Also, and in other news, we have a Human Torch related bug in Alliance Quest. So the bug breaks down like this. This player here is saying that no node which states anytime a bleed is applied to Human Torch gains a smolder passive. And I've triple checked these abilities. And obviously many players are coming to just point out that is indeed the case, when nothing is working as 100% intended when it comes to this interaction, or maybe due to nodes or whatever. Now here's a video representation of this playing out, and as you can see it has been building the smolder passive, which is the orange top right, which so every time there is a bleed effect it does trigger it off, which ain't what it's supposed to do. And we're going to see another example now, throwing the SP1 in a moment, which then, yes, so the bleed is obviously triggering off the smolder passive, isn't very good. But in the meantime, this has actually been confirmed as a bug, with Kabam saying, hey everyone, the team is working on a fix for this issue. Once we have more information to share, we'll provide everyone with an update. Now, just before we get into the arena predictions for this Thursday, something that's really weird is seeing the round 1 results for Tigra. Now, obviously we saw coverage of where someone was getting about 60 odd mil, and I'm just going to try and find out if there's more info to this, or maybe something's been missed out, but I saw on MCC True Course that 32 mil to get the 5-star version. Results are still yet to be fully posted. And I'm just really confused as to the way that this kind of breaks down from this score being position 114 at 68 mil to have such a huge drop in about 40 places, or under 40 places, or even more than that, to go down to 32 mil. So I'll be interested to find out more info from this, but obviously there's not much out there to kind of gather together except for this here and what we just saw a moment ago. And now on to arena predictions. So all my predictions are down below at the moment, and I'm going with a very strong 38 mil for MCOC. MCOC is still a good champion and can be quite fun for a lot of players, but I don't know if I see him dropping close to about 30, kind of that 28 to 30 mil bracket. And it could be a case 35 mil or 30 to 35 mil could be fine, but I'm sticking with a strong 38 mil for Mr. Big Head MCOC. With the 4-star version, I'm going with 6.2 mil, which is kind of a fair and normal thing that we normally see from this. But finally, with Silver Surfer, I'm going with 3 mil. And I think that there may be some players looking to kind of like push to grab this. Maybe they like Silver Surfer as a character. Maybe they don't want to go for him. And as well, when it comes to just prestige bumps and things like that from a lower end perspective, that may be something that players want. Or maybe unlocking synergies, which again, players are interested to have as well. So that is that's my predictions for this. Whilst recording Marvel Contest of Champions news today, I've learned of the incredibly sad passing of Queen Asgall. Now, I know a lot of people may not know the name, but there will be a lot of people that do know the name. She came to a lot of live streams, she came to a lot of videos, she interacted with people in the community. The only things I really know about her, I don't even know her real name, and that's you know, sad. But I do know that she used to split a residency, or where she used to work. I think she used to work for all over the world, but there was a lot of kind of ties to Ireland and things like that. So at least I got to know something. She interacted with a lot of people and had aspirations and targets to achieve within Marvel Contest of Champions. And I know we're kind of go like, oh, it's a, you know, it's a game, but there's a bond. It binds us, whether or not, you know, we're ripping on Kabam for kind of like doing something that's silly, whether or not we're kind of like allying together based on some success that's happened in game. That's really what a community is, and it binds us when it comes to things like this. And when you learn of people that have, you know, spent a lot of time to be active and integrate themselves and chat with people, whether or not it's on live streams and, you know, interacting with other players on live streams, and as well the same thing when it comes to like comment sections of videos, and it's been nice to kind of see her name pop up and respond back and things, and the generosity that she's had as well, gifting a load of Twitch subs, donating to various streamers. You know, it's just a case of like this person had a good heart, and it's like, it's just really, really sad to learn about this, even more so when it's the result of COVID-19. And that is the thing that just like annoys me at the moment. If you can, try not to take risks, and as well make sure you're wearing face masks and keeping 2 meters distance from one another. I can't stress that enough, because it's so important that, you know, a droplet of anything from yourself, and that can travel, you know, nearly 2 meters. You know, if it's a case you sneeze or you kind of laugh out loud and like some spit goes out, you know, it could be enough to carry it on to somebody else. And even more so, you may have a strong immune system, but somebody else may not. And I'd probably say, as members of the community, stay safe whatever you do, and exert that 2 meter social distancing, because like, it's so important. I'm gutted. I'm gutted to learn about this, and yeah, like I'm gonna end Marvel Contest of Champions news here, and rest in peace, Queen Asgall, and thank you.